Welcome back, and now we will see Lambda expressions. In Java 8, Lambda expression is an anonymous function. Anonymous means not identified by name. So we can say Lambda expressions will not have name, modifier, and a return type. So let's see what does it mean. So we can see like Lambda expressions will not have name, it will not have any modifier, and also it will not have any return type. We will take one example to explain these things. So I will write one method which will simply print hello world, and then we will create a Lambda expression for that. So let me take one method here, public void hello, and I will write a sysout statement here. I'm taking a shortcut, but you can write the full form like system.out.println. Okay, hello world. Okay, now this is the method which will print hello world. Now I have to create a Lambda expression for that. How can we create? Like as I have told you before, Lambda expressions will not have any name. Also, it will not have any modifier, and it will not have any return type. So we will collect all the remaining things below. And what we have now is parentheses and curly braces and our sysout statement. Okay, and curly braces close. To make it a Lambda expression, the important thing is we have to pass an arrow here. Okay, now this is a Lambda expression that we have created for this method. This is our Lambda expression for this method. We will take another example. So now I will create one method which will take two parameters as an input, and we will return its sum. So my method will be like public, we have to return sum which will be int type, so return type as int, and the name is sum, and we will take input two parameters, that is int a and int b, and we will be returning the sum, return a plus b. That's it. Now this is the method which will take a and b as an input, and it will return its sum. So how can we create a Lambda expression for that? So as I have told you before, there will be no name, there will be no modifier, and also there will be no return statement, return type. Like, and we will collect all the remaining things below. So what all the things are remaining are int a and int b. These are the input parameters, and what are other things are like, okay, let's make it some space. Curly braces open, a return statement a plus b, okay, and curly braces close. Okay, but as we have seen, to make it a proper lambda statement, we have to pass an arrow here. Okay, now this is a lambda expression that we have created for this method. Again, we will take one simple example to like with one parameter. So I will take one string str as an input, and I will return a simple length of this string. So what will be my method? It will be public int, and the name should be len. It will take one parameter as an input, which is the str, and we will write a return statement str dot length. Okay, now this is my Java method which will take string str as an input, and it will return its length. Now I have to create a lambda expression for that. So we know that there should be no name, there should be no modifier, and there should be no return type, and I will collect all the remaining things below. So what are the all remaining things? It is parentheses and type string str. I'm making some spaces here so that like I can explain you in a better way. And other things are like return statement, return str dot length, and curly braces close. And to make it a proper lambda expression, we know that we have to pass an arrow here. Now this is a lambda expressions that we have created for this method. Okay, so for now we have seen 3 examples, and like we have created a lambda expressions for the respective methods, but we can optimize this lambda expressions further. And to optimize this lambda expressions further, we have some set of rules. There are 4 simple rules that we can use to optimize this lambda expressions. So let's see these rules on the presentation, and then I will try these rules with these examples. So we will go back to presentation. Okay, so the first rule is, if there is only one statement, the curly braces are not required. And the second rule is, no need to specify the type for parameters. While writing lambda expressions, the Java compiler will automatically detect the type of parameter using context. There is a concept called type inference, and it will automatically detect the type for parameter, so we need not to specify it. The third rule is, no need to write return state like return keyword. So no need to write a return keyword. And the fourth and last rule is, if there is only one parameter, even the parentheses are not required. We have taken one string as an input str, so it is only one parameter, so even the parentheses are not required at that example. So these are the 4 rules, and we will apply these rules in our previous examples to optimize this lambda expressions. So we will go back to the screen, and this is the first example that we have seen. And what is the rule? Like if there is only one statement, the curly braces are not required. So we will remove the curly braces here, like we can. So what are the remaining things here? It will be parentheses, arrow, and sysout statement. Okay, now this is our optimized lambda expression. Now we will move to the second example, and again, if there is one statement, no curly braces are required. We will cut 8, no curly braces. What is the second rule? We can see what is the second rule. No need to specify the type for parameter. So here we have two parameters A and B, and no need to specify its type. Java compiler will automatically detect its type using the context. So we will cut this. What is the third rule? No need to write return keyword. So in this particular example, we are returning the sum of A and B. So this is the only statement here, and if we are doing something and there will be some result, it will be automatically returned. No need to specify or write a return keyword. So we will cut this also. Okay, and what is the fourth and last? If there is only one parameter, but now here we have two parameters, so parentheses are required. So we will collect the remaining things below, and what are they? Like A, B, these are the two parameters that we have taken, and arrow, and what will be A plus B. You can see we have very simplified the lambda expressions. Now this is the final lambda expression for this method. So you can see that this is the Java method that will take int A and int B as an input and return its sum. Then we have written a lambda expression for it, and using some set of rules we have optimized this lambda expression here. Now we will move ahead to the next example. So here we have taken string str as an input, and we have written a lambda expression for it. Now using the same set of rules, we have to optimize this lambda expression. So what we can do is okay, so if there is only one statement, curly braces are not required. So we have only one statement here, right? Second type is the type of a parameter is not required. The compiler will automatically detect it from context. So this is not required. And as we have seen the third rule, no need to write return keyword. So even the return keyword is not required. And the fourth one is only one parameter, then parentheses are not required. So we can see here we are taking only one parameter str, and so parentheses are not required here. So we will collect all the remaining things here, and what are they? Only str, which is our parameter, and arrow, and it will be str.length. Right, we can read it like str or str gives str dot length. Now this is an optimized lambda expression for this particular method. You can see that this is the method which will take string as an input and we are returning its length. Now, this is the Java code for before writing lambda expressions. We can create a lambda expression from it, and with some set of rules we can optimize this lambda expressions, and you can see a clean and more readable and maintainable code using the lambda expressions. So we have seen 3 examples. So this is the first example that we have seen, this is the second example, and this is the third example. So you can see that using lambda expressions we can write some more readable, clean and concise code. So this is the advantages of lambda expressions, and our final slide about this lambda expressions can be advantages. And what is the advantages? Like we have seen, it enables the functional programming in Java. So whatever we are writing as an parentheses and it arrow and the statement ahead of it, it is a functional programming pattern which is enabled by writing lambda expressions. And we can write some readable, maintainable and concise code. And if we want to use some APIs, we can use it easily and effectively. Now if I will explain this later in coming videos. So to revise and to sum up, you can see that lambda expression is an anonymous function. It will not have name, it will not have modifier, it will not have return type. And we have seen these 3 examples, how can we create a lambda expression for the methods. That's it, and in next videos we will see some concepts about it. Thank you.